How much money do you need to have saved up for retirement? It's a common question that people ask, but I always turn that question around to the person asking and I say, how much money do you need to have coming into your bank account every month so that you can pay your expenses? And only once you've figured out that regular monthly cash flow need can you start to answer the question about how much money you need to have saved up in order to make sure you can have those paychecks coming into your bank account every month. So in this video, what I'm going to do is share a simple spreadsheet that I use with clients to help them figure out what their regular cash flow needs are going to be in retirement. If I haven't met you yet, my name is Mark Walhout. I run an investment and financial planning firm called Walhout Financial. I work with people across a number of different planning areas, but the biggest area that I help people with is figuring out their retirement. So if you like this video and you want to get more videos about retirement, hit the subscribe button so that you can have these videos delivered to your feed every week or so when I put them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you. And again, this is a tool that I use with clients and with people that are working with me to help them figure out their retirement. And what the spreadsheet shows is really two sides. On the left-hand side, we have what I kind of call core spending needs in retirement. These are expenses that in some form or fashion are going to be with you throughout your entire retirement. They may change a little bit, but for the most part, you'll always have some housing needs, food and personal needs, some medical costs, some sort of transportation costs. And the way that the spreadsheet works, it's very simple. You just include, the amount, whatever it happens to be, and it'll automatically change the totals at the bottom of the columns. The entire spreadsheet is editable, so if you want to change any of the categories around, you can. I've included links here so that you can include new items. If there's an item in your plan that isn't showing here, you can include it and capture it. And so the way that, again, the spreadsheet is set up is that on the left-hand side, you have those core needs. And then on the right-hand side, we have what I would call sort of more discretionary planning needs in retirement or spending needs in retirement: extra travel, hobbies, entertainment, sporting ticket events. Now you could argue, or we could argue, that there's a certain portion of that is core, meaning like, okay, I need to go to 5 Blue Jays games a year or else I'm not going to have a happy retirement. If that's the case, then by all means drop it into the core side so that we at least have your 5 Blue Jays games per year captured. But the purpose of splitting it out this way is that when we're doing a first pass at a plan, we want to know, okay, worst case scenario, let's make sure that we've got core needs covered and then some in retirement. If we can afford for the discretionary items to be completely covered in retirement, that's fantastic. But if we're willing to compromise in some areas, I find it helpful for people that they know, okay, well, you know what, if my spending need is showing, in this example, let's say that this couple, I just put this together a few minutes before the video, this hypothetical couple, if their need was to spend $8,800 after tax in retirement, the planning work that we have done says, you know what, the sustainable amount that we feel comfortable starting at is more like, 8,000, not 8,800. This sort of becomes like the place where people would say, okay, I'm willing to cut back a little bit on these more discretionary items so that I can make sure to satisfy the core. It just is, I find it to be a really helpful way to sort of split things up. So again, I'll put a link to the spreadsheet below so you can have it, you can tinker with it. It's meant to be a very simple exercise. When I give it to people to do, I say, if you spent more than about 45 minutes on this, you've probably you're overthinking it. Like I'd like, at least for people that are in the preliminary stages of planning, to try not to overthink this, because things will change. We're trying to get sort of a rough idea, at least at the initial stage. Now, if you're, about to retire, like meaning you're about to draft your resignation letters and hand them into your employers, okay, maybe spend more than half an hour or an hour on this exercise. But when we're in the early stages of planning, if we're 15 or 10 years out from retirement, we're trying to just get a rough idea. We're trying to set you on a path, towards a retirement plan that's going to work for you. So do your best not to overthink it. But again, this spreadsheet will be linked below so you can get a copy of it. Poke around the spreadsheet, give it a bit of a shot at filling it out for your own needs. And then that becomes the basis from which you can start to plan out, okay, how much am I going to need to have set aside in savings or investments to provide income? And when I combine the income from your investments with other income sources like Canada Pension Plan, Old Age Security, maybe a private pension if you have them, they're not as common anymore. But those are sort of the different cash flow sources that you'll pull on in retirement, but we're going to aim it at this spreadsheet, this number, this monthly need that we've established through this first step in planning. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Again, subscribe if you want to get more retirement videos. I'm going to be posting a number more videos throughout the summer. And thank you for watching, and I'll speak with you soon. Take care.